I want to tell you a story about me going to Las Vegas with 4 beautiful women. And no, it's not that type of story. This one is my wife, and she is watching this. It was me and my wife's birthday. She wanted to go out to Las Vegas with a few of her friends and asked me if I wanted to come along and celebrate. I said, sure, I'll come and celebrate. Anytime I fly, I try to fly first class as often as possible because I remember Steve Harvey saying,
pay a little extra money to fly first class. It conditions your mind.
And so that's what I did. Well, one of her friends who was also going out to Las Vegas was on the same flight out of Atlanta that we were. Me being the gentleman that I am, I already decided that I was going to switch seats with her friend. So my wife and her friend could enjoy first class together and I would sit back and coast. As we are going to the airport, we hit the inevitable Atlanta traffic at 2 p.m. We're rushing and I knew we weren't going to make it, so I dropped my wife off at the curb at the airport and I said, you run in and get on that flight. I'm going to try to find a parking spot, but if I don't, you get on the flight. I finally find a parking spot. I'm running through the airport. I get to the gate and they close the door 1 minute before I got there. Well, my wife's friend ended up sitting in my seat beside my wife. So what I wanted to happen ended up happening. So I had to get another ticket out to Las Vegas. As you know, same day flights are pretty expensive. I booked the coach flight. When I booked that coach flight, I heard Steve Harvey in my ear saying,
pay a little extra money to fly first class. Pay a little extra money to fly first class. Pay a little extra money to fly first class.
I got my Delta app. I closed my eyes. I pressed the upgrade button to pay. And I paid more for this one flight than I have ever paid for a flight in my life. So I'm getting on the plane and I'm in first class, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous, but I said to myself, hey, if I paid this much for this, I'm going to enjoy this. So I ended up sitting next to a very nice gentleman and we're having a good conversation, but then the waitress came up to me and asked me, oh, Mr. Fluellen, what would you like to eat for your trip today? I said, oh, I didn't know we were having food. What are my options? The main course is a crab salad with a filet mignon on the glace. I said, that sounds excellent. I don't even need to hear another choice. I want that one. I'm enjoying my flight so much where I'm actually kind of happy I paid that much for the flight. But still, I paid that much for the flight. Let's fast forward. We're having a good time out in Las Vegas. And my wife wanted to play the slots, and I never play the slots. I'm a blackjack man. But today I played the slots and I was having a really good time. I kept winning and people are coming around me just watching me winning, and it's like I can't lose. By the end of the night, I say, okay, I'm done playing. I go to cash out and I realized I won the exact amount that I used on that first class flight that I took. Here's the moral of the story. When you really want something, I mean like really, really, really want something. I love flying first class. I really do. When something's a burning desire down in your heart, God, the universe will back you up. As long as that thing is good for you and doesn't do any harm for anybody else, you are good to go. That's my story about my trip to Las Vegas with 4 beautiful women. But this one is my wife. Remember that. Peace.